Hi Grant, do you have any tips on proper abdominal engagement without neck strain? Question sent through from Stacey in my private Facebook group, Girls Who Lift with Grant. If you'd like to join that group, by the way, it is free. We can have more conversations just like this. Just search in Facebook groups, Girls Who Lift with Grant, and request to join. Also too, you probably noticed my voice is a bit yuck. Yeah, woke up with it, don't know, is what it is. All right. Proper abdominal engagement without neck strain. So the very first thing, there could be many reasons why you're getting a lot of neck strain with abdominal engagement. Maybe when if you're doing your ab stuff, say on the floor, as soon as you lift your head up off the ground, neck has to be engaged. Otherwise, you just can't. You can't, lift your head off the ground without engaging the neck. So try and support the head as much as possible. That'll relax the neck muscles. Another thing too, you're breathing. And this is probably where I'm going. This is probably the path I'm going to take more because this is a lot more common. Most people over time, through adult life, they tend to become chest breathers. And if you're a chest breather, what happens if you watch my shoulders ever so slightly, watch what happens when I take big breaths through my chest. You see how my shoulder rises ever so slowly. In other words, I'm doing mini shoulder shrugs, mini shoulder shrugs. But think of how many breaths we take throughout the day. Thousands, right? So you're doing thousands of mini shoulder shrugs throughout the day. Shoulder shrugs, the trap is obviously connected to the neck. And so what might be happening is if you're doing a squat, you go for the big breath and you go, and your shoulder rises and everything rises, then you're gonna get neck involvement. So what you need to do is you need to concentrate and you need to practice breathing into your stomach and not breathing into your chest. Here's what you can do. I won't do this on the floor because I'll be out of shot, but I want you to lie completely flat on your back on the floor and you should be 100% relaxed. So just bend your knees so you're nice and comfortable. What you're gonna do is put one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly like this, okay? What you're gonna do is you're gonna concentrate very slowly, breathe in through your nose and push your stomach out and make sure that the chest hand doesn't move, okay? So this is called crocodile breathing. I learned this from Gray Cook in my FMS certification. So hand goes on the belly, hand on chest. When you are breathing, I'll talk louder, although my voice is not gonna help. When you are breathing, the hand on the stomach, the belly should go up and down. This hand here on the chest should not move. When you first try this, it's gonna be very difficult for you to do because as I said, over time, we turn into chest breathers. I don't really know why. I've got a tendency to think because we sit down a lot, and when we sit down a lot, we don't get full access to our diaphragm. We don't have the ability to completely inhale deep into our diaphragm, and so then most of the inhalation comes through the chest, and so I think that's why it occurs. But yeah, that's what you need to practice. You need to practice breathing into your stomach. The deeper you can take your inhalation, the further you get away from your chest, the further you get away from doing these mini shoulder shrugs and then getting less neck involvement. Tip number 2 is get yourself a weightlifting belt. As I stated in one of my videos, I think if you Google Grant Lofthouse weightlifting belt mistake, I go into a little bit of detail explaining that the weightlifting belt is actually not used for back support. That's actually the biggest misconception with a weightlifting belt. The whole purpose of a weightlifting belt is to give you feedback to make sure that you are breathing into your stomach. So when the belt is there pushed up against your stomach, you can then push your stomach into something and then you know if you're doing it right because you'll feel your stomach push up against the belt. When the belt's not there, you don't have that sense of feeling if you are doing it right. So that's another thing, is simply get yourself a weightlifting belt when you are doing squatting or when you were squatting or deadlifting, whatever, and then practice breathing in deep, like what you're doing on the floor, the crocodile breathing, but also pushing out into that belt to help, once again, take that breath further away from your chest and away from the mini shoulder shrugs and the neck strain, okay? Another thing too, if you're doing any ab stuff, try and do your ab stuff standing, okay? Because it'll allow you to, once again, keep the head in just sort of a neutral position and not rely on the neck so much. And if you do end up doing any stuff on the floor, make sure that the head is supported and that you don't lift your head up off the ground because then that's going to get more neck involvement as well. So there's a few things. Give it a go. Get back to me. Let me know if any of that was helpful. Apart from that, thank you for watching. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.